My name is Lila. I'm 20 years old, and I don't think I'll ever forgive myself. Not because I made a mistake, no. What I did wasn't a mistake. It was a choice. A conscious, bitter, selfish choice that changed everything. And now my sister is gone. And I'm left wondering, was it justice or just a catastrophic act of emotional stupidity? It all began quietly, without warning, like so many disasters do. My older sister, Emma, had moved back in with us a year ago after 5 long years away. She left home at 18, determined to make something of herself. Got her nursing degree, a decent job, an apartment in the city. She was the golden child. Always perfect. Always praised. While I was still figuring out who I was, she was already valedictorian, scholarship winner, the one who made it out. I was the leftover. But life chipped away at her, like it does to everyone. So when she returned last summer, broke and emotionally bruised, no one really said anything. My parents welcomed her back, kind of, more like tolerated her. I was happy, or at least I thought I was. This time was different. Emma seemed real, vulnerable. We started talking more, watching TV, sharing meals. I thought maybe, just maybe, this was our time to be sisters. Then one evening she dropped a bomb. "I'm pregnant," she said, her voice small, trembling. There was a beat of silence at the dinner table. My mom dropped her fork. My dad stared at her as if she'd just spoken in another language. And I'm not keeping it. Another silence. Thicker. Heavier. "I already booked the appointment," she said, her voice barely a whisper. "I'm not ready for this. I can't raise a child right now." My mom cried. My dad left the table. And I just sat there, frozen. That night, I found her outside on the porch, wrapped in a blanket. "You okay?" I asked. She nodded, barely. "I just didn't expect them to react like that." "You could have told me first," I whispered, a desperate plea for connection. "I was scared," she confessed. "I thought you'd judge me, too." That stung. It burned. Because I had spent my whole life in Emma's shadow, and now, when she finally saw me, it was through a lens of fear and disappointment. I just bit my tongue. She went to bed, and I sat there on the steps, staring at the stars, the resentment simmering. Just a week earlier, I had asked her to co-sign a loan for my tuition. She refused. "I can't keep bailing you out, Lila," she'd said. "It's time you stood on your own." It was meant to be tough love, I guess. But it felt like a brutal rejection, an abandonment. And now she expected me to support her through this? After she'd left me high and dry? The very next day, a message popped up. From my old classmate, Mia. She works for this viral gossip blog, one of those trashy sites that posts anonymous tips, with headlines screaming college professor caught cheating or nurse suspended after late-night party. She messaged me randomly. "Hey, if you've got any juicy info, we pay for real stories." Just saying. I should have ignored it. I should have closed the chat, deleted it. But I didn't. I opened a Word document. And with a cold, clear, calculated precision that still makes my stomach churn, I typed, "Anonymous tip. A local nurse recently returned home and is planning to terminate a secret pregnancy. Family unaware of father's identity. Source claims she's struggling mentally." I sent it. They paid me $300. Just like that. $300. Not enough for even 1 month of school. Not worth anything at all. But the damage? Oh, the damage was catastrophic. 2 days later, the post was live. They didn't name her, but the description was too specific. Too close to home. People from our town started guessing, whispering, gossiping. At work, at church, at the grocery store. The air itself felt thick with speculation. Emma quit her job a week later. She barely left her room. I'd hear her crying through the wall at night, a raw, wounded sound that pricked at my conscience. But I told myself it wasn't my fault. Someone else could have submitted it. Anyone could have known. But I knew the truth. I was the someone. Then one evening she came downstairs. Her suitcase packed. "I'm moving to France," she said, her voice quiet, unnervingly calm. What? My mom gasped. Why? Because someone sold my secret, Emma replied, her eyes, hollow and devoid of emotion, found mine. Not accusing, not angry, just a profound, empty knowing. I don't know who did it, she said, her voice barely a whisper. But I don't feel safe in this house anymore. And that's when it hit me. She suspected. Deep down, she knew. But she'd never ask. Because the confirmation would have been too much. Too utterly devastating. She left the next morning. No hugs. No goodbyes. Just a slammed car door and a silence that swallowed the whole house. Now the house is different. Heavy. Cold. My mother hardly speaks to me, her eyes often red-rimmed. My dad avoids eye contact, his shoulders hunched with a silent burden. They don't know what I did, not for sure, but I think they feel it. Like a rotting secret beneath the floorboards, tainting every shared breath. I deleted the blog's email. I blocked Mia. But it doesn't erase what I did. Last week, I checked Emma's Instagram. No new posts. I sent a message. I miss you. No reply. This week, I got my tuition invoice. $6,200 short. No loan. No cosigner. No options. I considered messaging the blog again. For a second. Just a fleeting, desperate second. Then I cried. Because even if I could sell another story, nothing would fix this. I didn't just sell my sister's secret. I sold her trust, her peace, her safety, her future. And for what? A tuition I still can't pay? A hollow, bitter victory that tastes only of ash? Now, I work double shifts at a cafe that smells like burnt eggs and wet mop. I come home exhausted, but it's better than sitting in the quiet. Better than hearing my mom sigh through her tears, or seeing my dad check the mail like he's waiting for something that will never come. Emma's gone. My family's fractured. And I am the reason. They don't talk about it, but they don't have to. Because every time I walk into the room, I feel it. A crushing weight. A burning shame. And sometimes, I dream about telling her the truth. About apologizing. About crying in her arms like I used to when I was little, seeking comfort in her strength. But I don't deserve that anymore. So I keep going, one day at a time, learning to breathe under the weight of what I was capable of. And if she ever reads this, if she ever hears these words, Emma, I'm so profoundly, irrevocably sorry. You didn't deserve any of this. And I don't expect forgiveness. If you liked it, don't forget to leave a comment and support the channel by subscribing. See you in the upcoming stories.
This story is originally made by me and my team with the help of AI. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel